Good morning, Hoosiers, and welcome to Times News 24/7, brought to you by the Noblesville Times Online in living color from the Times studio. I'm Stu Clampett with your top headlines for Friday, April 1st, 2011. Today's news is brought to you in part by the Indiana Poison Center. Children act fast. So do poisons. Call the Indiana Poison Center at 1-800-222-1222 for poison prevention tips and advice 24 hours a day. In our top story today, a two-vehicle accident sent 3 people to the hospital Thursday afternoon and shut down traffic for around an hour on Indiana 38 between River and Hague Roads in Noblesville. Noblesville Police Department spokesman Lieutenant Bruce Barnes said that details were still being determined, but it appears that both vehicles were traveling eastbound on 38 when the first vehicle, a Saturn, prepared to make a left-hand turn into a residence at the top of a hill and was rear-ended. All 3 people in that first vehicle were transported to hospitals. 1 person was initially trapped but was extricated. Barnes said the biggest concern was over one of the backseat passengers, an 11-year-old girl who was taken to Methodist Hospital. He did note that none of the injuries appeared to be serious. Westfield Mayor Andy Cook has announced that the city's future Grand Park will be the home for Westfield youth and adult sports and recreation and will fill current and future sporting needs for local organizations for years to come. Westfield Youth Sports and Westfield Youth Soccer Association will officially call Westfield's future Grand Park Sports Campus their home. Westfield announced earlier this year that the LIDS Indiana Bulls will make the Grand Park their home, bringing 1,500 teams and more than 100,000 guests to the city annually. City officials said they expect to make more announcements in the near future about additional anchors and stakeholders. In other news, students at Hazeldale Elementary School are leading the state in their Jump Rope for Heart efforts, and as a thank you to 2 of their teachers, they treated them to more than 60 pies of whipped cream aimed directly at their heads. Hazeldale Elementary School wellness teacher Doug Atkinson and art teacher Jason Moon stepped onto plastic in the cafeteria as each student who raised more than $100 for Jump Rope for Heart stepped up to toss their pies. Atkinson noted proudly that the school has raised $14,811, leading the state in their efforts, and that's $2,500 more than they raised last year. The top 5 students and fundraisers received medallions from the American Heart Association for their efforts. For nearly 60 years, the Noblesville Rotary Club has channeled its commitment to service above self through many community service projects. As an extension of its community activities, the club has received authority from the Noblesville Parks and Recreation Board to create a memorial arboretum at Dillon Park. The trees within the Rotary Memorial Arboretum will be donated by members of the public in memory of their deceased friends and loved ones whom they desire to have remembered. If you have any questions or comments about the Rotary Memorial Arboretum, or if you want to place an order, call David Willis at 877-2400. The Noblesville Chamber of Commerce presents its 21st annual golf outing starting at 2 p.m. May 24th at the Harbor Trees Clubhouse in Noblesville. The outing is a fundraising activity for the Chamber as well as a way to bring business members together for a fun afternoon of socializing and activity. The event will follow the Chamber's monthly luncheon at 11:30 a.m. at the clubhouse with a golf outing registration beginning at 1 p.m. Following the golf outing, players and guests can enjoy hors d'oeuvres and beverages at the clubhouse. Sponsorship and team registrations may be found online at this address. You can also contact the Chamber office at 773-0086 for more information. Sports and local weather with Paul Poteet in Studio B are both up next.
The heat is on. The Times and several Hamilton County businesses are helping local residents afford utility costs with our new The Heat is On promotion. The heat is on. The Times will pay up to $200 for one utility bill submitted by promotion winners. One day each week in February, the Times will publish a promotion page and entry form for The Heat is On. Entrants must be 18 years of age or older to win, and only 1 entry per person per week is allowed. Keep your eyes on the Times because the heat is on. The heat is on.
I'm meteorologist Paul Poteet here with your weekend preview as we check the weather from Studio B, Indiana's weatherman, sponsored by the Goddard School of Noblesville. You know the Goddard School of Noblesville. They were voted Hamilton County's #1 preschool and #1 daycare in the Times Reader's Choice Awards. 2 years, 2011 and also back in 2010 or 2011, 2010. It's the Goddard School of Noblesville. They're on Greenfield Avenue. You call them today. The phone number is 770-7225, 770-7225. Goddard School of Noblesville, thanks for sponsoring today's forecast update for Hamilton County on Times News 24/7. And today is Friday, and today would be the 1st of April, so let me double check. Yeah, and you know what? They are untied, but they're the right kind today. Go Dogs. Happy Blue Friday with gray skies expected today. We will see some rain around. Let me first of all show you a general map for today and the temperature ballpark that we're going to play in, which is for the most part into the upper 40s to the mid 50s across central Indiana. The numbers include 48 for Muncie, about 51 Indianapolis and Lafayette, 54 in Terre Haute today and down around Bloomington. We do expect to see some showers around. Those will be most likely into the afternoon and early evening hours, and they could mix with some snow showers by later on tonight. Here is a weather map that shows the area of low pressure at the surface that is steering all of this. It'll be located this afternoon in southwestern Wisconsin. Some snow is possible up in parts of the lower peninsula of Michigan, certainly in the UP, northern Wisconsin, and northern Minnesota. Heavy snow may be a factor today for the 1st of April in New England. So a couple of areas of low pressure will bring lots of clouds to the United States. The weather map for Monday across our area puts us in between systems. We've got a chance of showers from a warm front moving up on us on Sunday. Now, by the time we get to Monday, that warm front will be up to the north of us. Will it be in between the warm front and the cold front? And in that warm sector, there could be showers and thunderstorms. There probably will be on Monday, but they could be severe. So we're keeping an eye on that already for Monday. Your forecast, first of all, for today and for the next several days from paulpoteet.com has temperatures that are a little milder than what they have been. We'll be right around 50 today, and we'll warm into the 50s through the weekend. Today, there's a good chance of some rain in the afternoon and the evening. It could mix with a little bit of snow late this evening and overnight. Saturday, dry and breezy, winds gusting up to around 20 miles an hour on Saturday. Then another chance of showers and thunderstorms on Sunday, and then we'll really warm it up just for a day, though. On Monday, showers, thunderstorms are likely, and we do expect a high in the upper 60s to near 70. And then by the time we get to Tuesday, it's cold again, or colder again at least, with highs only into the 50s, and then cooler than average weather after that, as you see in that 7-day forecast from paulpoteet.com. We'll try to stay warm this weekend and enjoy the dry time, and we'll see you soon with another update. Local news, weather, and sports for Hamilton County anytime. I've got the updated radar and forecast throughout the afternoon and weekend at paulpoteet.com. We'll see you online and back soon with another update right here.
The heat is on. The Times and several Hamilton County businesses are helping local residents afford utility costs with our new The Heat is On promotion.
The heat is on.
The Times will pay up to $200 for one utility bill submitted by promotion winners. One day each week in February, the Times will publish a promotion page and entry form for The Heat is On. Entrants must be 18 years of age or older to win, and only one entry per person per week is allowed. Keep your eyes on the Times because the heat is on.
The heat is on.
The Hamilton Heights softball team scored a big upset Thursday, using a late run to beat Class 2A number 6 Tipton 1-0 in a home game. The win improved the Huskies to 2-3 for the season and was a nice way to bounce back after losing the run rule game to Noblesville earlier this week. Heights is off for spring break, although it will return to action Friday, April 8th in a game with New Palestine. A box score was unavailable at press time, but will run in Saturday's paper. Jordan Oswald, Hamilton Heights senior, has signed a letter of intent to play football for the Anderson University Ravens in Anderson, Indiana this fall. Anderson is a member of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Oswald, who has loved the sport of football as far back as he can remember, is excited about continuing his football career at Anderson University. He said he was inspired to attend AU because of its Christian-based educational institution, and it has a 96% success rate for graduates entering the workforce, and for its football program featuring state-of-the-art facilities. Oswald plans to study criminal justice. Set aside a 2-1 loss to Carmel, and Westfield's baseball team hasn't had much trouble scoring runs early this spring in the high school baseball season. That was the situation again Thursday afternoon as Coach Ryan Brunell's squad jumped all over visiting Muncie Central 17-5. Westfield sent 18 batters to the plate while breaking open the game with 14 runs in the second inning. The contest was called after 4.5 innings. Westfield, now 2-1 on the year, is off for a week for spring break and then will return for a Hoosier Crossroads Conference back-to-back games against Harrison on April 13th and 14th. Today's news was brought to you in part by the National Guard. In the National Guard, you serve your country as a soldier and you serve the people of your community. In the aftermath of a natural disaster, you bring food, supplies, medical aid, and most important, you bring hope. This is the moment to change your life and perhaps someone else's. Visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. That's your local news for Friday. For more information on these and other stories, visit our homepage or pick up a print copy of the Noblesville Times. For Times News 24/7, I'm Stu Clampett.